Take a look at these. There are thousands of medallions along what is called the Miracle Mile of the Centennial Trail. Over the last 2 weeks, hundreds have been stolen. Some have been recovered, returned by recycling centers who figured out what they were, despite many of them being ground down and unrecognizable. Our Hawk Hammer on that story. Hawk?
Aaron, these medallions have lined this stretch of the Centennial Trail for 30 years. They've been here since the beginning. They've seen smoke-filled summers, harsh winters, the growth of Spokane, and just daily use of this local treasure, but they weren't able to survive a determined thief or potentially thieves.
Truly, my first reaction is sadness and a little bit of anger.
It's blatant disrespect for our community.
The concrete is ruined and the medallion's ruined too, you know, like 4 in a row.
Disappointment, disgust. It's understandable.
Our families that are calling me who went down here Memorial Weekend to polish up their brass medallion to remember a loved one are outraged.
These bronze medallions, 3,600 of them cast and put in place when the Centennial Trail first came to be, represent the best of the Lilac City.
They represent a life, they represent a special event, they represent an organization, a memory, they represent our community.
And hundreds were hacked up, pried loose, and taken.
This Miracle Mile is a representation of the love that our community has for Spokane. And it's been stolen.
30 years of history brought to recycling centers, all for a couple bucks.
There's 41 of them that have been completely defaced. Somebody took a grinder to the logo, the depiction of the river and the trail, the individualized engraving and the number on them.
Those centers realizing what they were and returning them. But there are more than 100 still out there somewhere. It's a big hit in so many ways.
Unfortunately, we're not just dealing with stolen memories. We're dealing now with ruined infrastructure along a mile of our trail.
The money isn't there for it either.
We want to focus on completing the Argonne and the Mission Gap, raising money for much needed asphalt overlay, not having to do this replacement work.
She says all the area recycling centers are on the lookout, and the police ask that you be too. They say they have several leads, but any help is appreciated.
If anybody sees anything they think suspicious, if you see a couple people knelt down by one of those medallions and they've got tools in their hand and it looks like the medallion's on its way to coming out and not staying in or getting put in, we would want a phone call immediately.
And they just wrapped up a more precise inventory. The number now is 329 total medallions have been stolen. She says if you're concerned that one of them might be yours, your best bet is to come down and check it out for yourself. They do expect to be raising funds for the repairs needed. They don't have a set number right now as to how much money they might need eventually. It could be thousands, it could be tens of thousands of dollars, she says. For more information, head to KXLY.com. Reporting live, Hawk Hammer, KXLY 4 News.